Hello, friends. Glad to have you with us. Welcome, one and all. Welcome on Facebook and welcome on YouTube. My name is Carroll Brown. I'll be doing a few live tunes here tonight from the country home in Kershaw County, South Carolina. The good news is I'm home. The other good news is my wife is home, so she's able to man the controls.
Yay!
So we have a stream on Facebook, but we also have a stream on our YouTube channel. If you're on Facebook, please click share in case some of your friends would like to watch something to do on a Monday night. We do this Music on Mondays every Monday night at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Our YouTube channel, if you'd rather, some people would rather listen on YouTube than their phone or some smaller device. On YouTube, you might can watch it on your smart TV, and the sound would be better, at least a better speaker on your end. The sound might be better. Sound will be the same here. No matter what device you're listening to, the sound is the same here, but your device there is, some are better and others than others. Our YouTube is youtube.com/at CarrollBrownMusic. That's two R's, two L's, CarrollBrownMusic.
And tell them I'm putting the link on Facebook if they want to go there.
And the link, my wife is saying, the link for the YouTube is on the Facebook feed if you want to listen there instead. Once again, thanks friends for being with us. Welcome to Monday, the last day of June. Love like a garden, each time to grow, day by day, row by row. Patience and labor is what you need to make your garden of love succeed. Work all day into the night, work it again till we get it right. It ain't easy, it never was. Love is a labor of love. Love is a labor of love. Love like a song needs harmony. I sing with you and you sing with me, and if we sing it strong enough, then what we feel turns into love. Work all day into the night, sing it again till we get it right. It ain't easy, it never was. Love is a labor of love. Love is a labor of love. Love like a child needs tender care. You can't tend it if you ain't there. But if your love is stable and true, the love you give will come back to you. Work all day into the night, tend it again till we get it right. It ain't easy, it never was. Love is a labor of love. Love is a labor of love. Love is a labor of love. The name of the song is Love is a Labor, written by myself and Bob Tobin, Charleston, Sullivan's Island, South Carolina. Speaking of which, I will be on Sullivan's Island tomorrow night. Our country and western night is once a month at Dunleavy's Irish Pub on Sullivan's Island. It's always the first Tuesday. And tomorrow is July 1, the first Tuesday in the month. Fiddle player Karen Egan, Bobby Sachs on harmony vocals and mandolin, and John Kennedy on bass, and myself. We always do the great old vintage country songs, and we always do some of the old bluegrass standards too. Should we do one of those? Oh, just say yes, Cherry. Just say yes.
Yes.
How's everything over there?
As far as I can tell, it's fine.
Everything okay?
I think so.
Okay, here in a moment, grab that last thing I printed on the printer. Uh, it was, remember you weren't here to give me the request last week,
Yeah.
and we had a couple of requests. And you look at, did it not print?
I'll see this, but
Nope, that's not it.
then you got.
Okay. I don't remember her name, but she wanted to hear Roseville Fair.
Okay.
I thought I clicked print on that puppy. Ladies and gentlemen, stand by.
I know you went and picked up a couple of things.
Yep. It was a person I didn't recognize. I didn't know her name, so I want you to watch for her, and if she's on, I'll sing her song for her.
Okay.
So that's why I'm doing this, folks.
Yeah. Greg is watching you from Arizona.
Yeah, I knew he was out there. Cherry, her name is Misty Lettingham.
Okay.
And also Harry Townsend wanted to hear Kenny Rogers. So if Misty, with a T, Misty comes on, then let's see if we can't do her request.
It's printing now, I think.
Yeah, it is. All right, guys, thank you for staying through that little interruption. Since Cherry wasn't here last week, then I couldn't do the requests. And that's her name, Cherry, Misty Lettingham.
Okay.
Misty Lettingham and Harry Townsend. And so we'll do some of these other requests too. Here's a song from Ireland. Come over the hills, bonny Irish lass. Come over the hills to your darling. You choose the road, love, and I'll take the vow, and I'll be your true love forever. And red is the rose that in yonder garden grows. Fair is the lily of the valley. Clear is the water that flows from the bourne. My love is fairer than any. 'Twas down by Killarney's green woods that we strayed, and the moon and stars were shining, and the moon shone its rays on her locks of golden hair, and she swore she'd be my love forever. And red is the rose that in yonder garden grows. Fair is the lily of the valley. Clear is the water that flows from the Boyne. But my love is fairer than any. Tis not for the parting of my sister Kate. Tis not for the grief of my mother. Tis all for the loss of a bonny Irish lass. That my heart is breaking forever. And red is the rose that in yonder garden grows. Fair is the lily of the valley. Clear is the water that flows from the Boyne. My love is fair clear as the water that flows from the Boyne, but my love is fairer than any. Red as the Rose, Tommy Makem and the Clancy Brothers. This is the song mentions the River Boyne. The River Boyne runs from the Upper Midlands in Ireland through County Meath and all the way down through County Louth, and it runs through a town called Trim. And we often stay at the Trim Castle Hotel across the street and right on the Boyne River from the Trim Castle itself, which is one of the most tremendous Norman castles ever built in Ireland. And it's a beautiful small little town too, so we can get away from the big cities. But the Boyne River also runs through my friend Harry's hometown, the town of Drogheda in County Louth, and right out into the ocean. The River Boyne, Boyne. What you got over there, Mom? I saw you writing something down or looking for something.
Yeah, Rick McGibbons wants you to play Rare Old Times.
Rare Old Times. Oh, why not? Who was it? Rick McGibbons. Yes. Another Irish song from Dublin City, written by Pete St. John. The name of the song is Dublin in the Rare Old Times. Here we are, friends. Here we are. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Sláinte, sláinte. The songwriter Pete St. John moved away from his hometown of Dublin, moved away to Canada, and he moved away to the U.S., and he was gone for some time. And as he was returning, he was realizing, as the fates would have it, and it is happening all over the world, his hometown, which felt like a small town to him, the part of Dublin that he grew up in, was all changing, was all growing, and his little hometown was being turned into a big city. And of course, Dublin is a big city with 2 million people or something like that. But if you lived in a part of Ireland, a part of Dublin, and especially outside the Pale, the original old Pale, in the Rebel Liberties or some of that part of Dublin, then you would know that it was like a small town, because your part of Dublin was like a small town. But he wrote a song called Dublin in the Rare Old Times. Raised on songs and stories, heroes of renown, passing days and glories. Once was Dublin town, hallowed halls and houses, haunting children's rhymes, all a part of Dublin in the rare old times. Ring a ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin City in the rare old times. My name, it is Sean Dempsey, Dublin as can be, born hard and late in Pimlico, in a house that ceased to be. By trade, I was a cooper, lost out to redundancy, like my house that fell to progress, a trade to memory. And I courted Peggy Dykeham, pretty as you please, a rogue and a child of Mary's, for the rebel liberties. But I lost her to a student chap, his skin as black as coal, when he took her off to Birmingham. She took my very soul. Ring a rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin City in the rare old times. winter, and the drink has dimmed my brain, and Dublin keeps on changing, and nothing seems the same. The Metropole and the Pillar are gone, the Royal long since closed down, as the gray unyielding concrete makes a city of my town. Fare thee well, sweet Anna Liffey, I could no longer stay and watch the new glass cages as they rise up along the quay. My mind's too full of memories, too old to ring new chimes. I'm a part of what was Dublin in the rare old times. Ring a rosy as the light declines, I remember Dublin City in the rare old times. Dublin in the Rare Old Times, written by Pete St. John, Dublin City man. We often have many people tuned in from Ireland and Northern Ireland when we do this program on Monday nights. And we'd like to say thank you very much for tuning in. And I know at 8 o'clock here is 1 o'clock there. But some of you listen later, tune in tomorrow. And I could name names, but certainly I would leave someone off. But we do thank you for tuning in. We always do a few of the Irish tunes. Of course, I'm a songwriter, so I've got tons of songs that I have written. So I do some of those, and I'm also a lounge lizard. And so I have all of these cover songs that I do all of these years. You know, hey, good looking, what you got cooking? And king of the road, trailers for sale or rent. We always have something going on in my brain. But, and we can't take too many requests here, but if you have something special, let me know. Cherry, did you ever hear from Misty?
Nope, I have not.
I shall do something upbeat, and then I'll do those two requests, one for Misty and one for Harry. These are requests from last week, and who knows, I didn't play their request, so they may have blocked me, you know.
They may be listening.
You don't know. You just don't know.
Yeah, they may listen.
How could we know? Cheers. Pete St. John, as I said, from Dublin City. He also wrote a song about the fact that the ferry traffic was all going away in the old days. Heavily laden barges brought a product from the countryside in the west of Ireland and into the city center to make Jameson and Guinness and this and that, and to load onto ships there in the Dublin harbor. And it was big business. And then, of course, when trucks and trains came along, it changed the entire dynamic. And a lot of people who were in the maritime business there lost their jobs. And that's what the song's about. Also written by Pete St. John. All the little boats are gone from the breast of Anna Liffey. Ferrymen are stranded on the quay. Dublin docks are dying. Wave of life is gone. Molly was tired of you and me. Where the strawberry pits down to the liquid, kiss sweet words from my brow. Love you well today, love you more tomorrow. If you ever loved me, Molly, love me now. 'Twas the only job I knew, hard but never lonely. Liffey ferry made a man of me. Now it's gone without a whisper, forgotten even now, and it's over. Sure it's over, Molly, can't you see? Where the strawberry pits down to the liquid, kiss sweet words from my brow. I love you well today, love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. where the strawberry beds sweep down to the lift roofs, away the worries from my brow. Love you well today, love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. Now I spin my yarns, spend my days a talking, and I hear 'em whisper, Charlie's on the door. Molly, we're still living, darling, we're still young. That fairy never owned me, heart and soul. Where the strawberry pits sweep down to the leaves, away the worries from my brow. Love you well today, love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. It's called The Ferryman, done by the Fury Brothers, if memory serves, and it was literally written by the same man, Pete St. John. Now I was going to do the song for Misty. Look at me, look at me, I'm as helpless as a kitten on a tree. No, that's a song called Misty. No, I was going to do a request for Misty. Did I mention I was a lounge lizard?
Yeah.
Oh boy. I was going to ask Greg which one he wanted to hear, which of the songs that he typically requests. Our buddy Greg and Pam are on holiday out in the west part of the United States. They've been to the Grand Canyon and done this and done that. And Greg is a photographer, and so he's been visiting some of the places that are famous for the photography that's been taken there. And it was so interesting to see their photos in the old black and white, and Greg taking photos of the same. Good job there, Greg, man. Good job. And he wants to hear Raglan Road, which of course is one of the Dublin songs, and I will do that for you. But first, for Misty, wherever she is tonight, I shall do her song request. And the name of the song is Roseville Fair. And I've often done this for various people. Learned it from Volley McKenzie, an old friend of ours from Fairfield County, South Carolina, now lives in Asheville. But we often have sung this over and over with our friend Verna Jordan up in Charlotte, North Carolina. If they're tuned in, Verna, here's your chance to sing this song one more time. One more time, you and me, Verna. The night was clear, stars were shining, the moon came out, so quiet in the sky. The crowd gathered round while the band was tuning. I can hear them now, playing Coming Through the Ride. You were dressed in blue, and you looked so lovely, just a gentle flower, a small town girl. Then you took my hand, and we stepped to the music with a single smile. You became my world, and we danced all night to the fiddle and the banjo. Their drifting tunes seemed to fill the air. So long ago, but I still remember recorded well, recorded lovely. We rocked for hours on the front porch chair. Then a year ago, to the day I met you, I made you mine down at the Roseville Fair. And we danced all night to the fiddle and the banjo. Their drifting tunes seemed I still remember when we fell in love at the Roseville Fair. So here's a song for all you lovers. Here's a tune I know we all can share. May you dance all night to the fiddle and the banjo, just the way we did down at the Roseville Fair. And we danced all night to the fiddle and the banjo, and their drifting tunes seem to fill the air. So long ago, but I still remember when we fell in love at the Roseville Fair. When we fell in love, darling, at the Roseville Fair. Roseville Fair. Bill Staines wrote that song. One of my
Misty heard it.
Misty heard it. Okay,
Yes.
good. Welcome and thank you for tuning in, Misty. I'm sorry I didn't play it last week, but my wife wasn't here to pass to me the request last week. She was out of town with a bunch of narrative, she was out of town with her lovely family in. She was out of town with her lovely family. Her brother was in from Oklahoma, and it was his birthday, and so they had a get together and went to see this one and that one and the other one. They had Old Home Week for about 3 or 4 days, and anyway, she had me home alone here, cooking my own biscuits, and just about starved to dang death. I was falling off. I think I lost 4, 6, 18, 20 pounds. Anyway.
I brought you a whole case of peaches.
My wife is from near Saluda County, South Carolina, hour and a half from here, and of course they grow peaches up there. They grow pecans too, but they grow peaches up there. She brought home a case of sweet South Carolina peaches, and she's been putting them puppies in the freezer all week long, and I gave some away. But by the way, we'll be having peach ice cream in days and weeks to come. Cheers. On Monday nights, we'll be going on to the peach ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheers.
I don't think people know that South Carolina grows more peaches than Georgia.
Yeah. South Carolina grows more peaches than Georgia, but Georgia's a peach state. And Jimmy Carter was a peanut man in the state of Georgia, but we grow a bunch of peanuts here in South Carolina too. But of course, we're next door neighbors. Why wouldn't we? But Georgia is the peach state. But South Carolina actually grows more peaches than they do, and they're lovely sweet peaches. This time of year, you can go buy a case for 15 or 20 bucks. A case, a box, yay, for 15 or 20 bucks, and it's wonderful, especially if you put some in the freezer and use them later in the year, the whole thing.
Yeah, you got to go to the farm.
But you got to go to the peach farm to get them. All right, I've talked enough. I listen to this program every now and then when I'm doing nothing on the road, and I realize how much I run my mouth between songs. So I'm moving on to the next song now. Speaking of South Carolina, why wouldn't we do it? What do you say, Che Reed?
It'd be great.
Wrote this song years ago. I will not remember the words, but neither will you, because I wrote it. When the cold wind blows down from the great northern mountains, it rustles its way through the loblolly pine. It is warmed by the sun, slows down to linger, and taking the beauty of South Carolina. From the top of the mountains to sprawling plantation, Sassafras Mountain to the winding PD. Oh, I don't remember those words. Cherry, look it up for me. Is it in that book or the other one? Good Lord. Just because I wrote it don't mean I remember it. And there's no need to mess it up and do half of it.
So you said the original.
It's in the black book. It's in the black book, Cherry. It's in the black book I handed you over there. It's under Old South Carolina.
You just only gave me a red one.
There it is on your left. That's
This?
it. Under O.
Okay.
Well, let's see. She should be able to pull that up without too much difficulty. I always mess those words up. Thank you, Mom. I almost never sing this song. I should send it to Nikki Haley.
I think so.
What good would that do? I wrote this song in July of 2008. I used to go hang out with my buddy Buzz Knott on Hilton Head Island. He let me stay there when I was playing gigs down there. I stayed at his house, and he would take a nap in the afternoon, and I would go up to the band room and write songs. So here's how it goes. The name of the song is Oh, South Carolina, and you can find it online. My wife made a beautiful video on the YouTube channel. A beautiful video of this song. When the cold wind blows down from the great northern mountains and whistles its way through the loblolly pine, it is warmed by the sun, slows down to linger, and taking the beauty of South Carolina. Mountain log cabins, sprawling plantations, Sassafras Mountain to the winding PD, roll fields of cotton, sweet corn and tobacco, the rice fields and the marshes, only old come the hay. Oh, South Carolina, these cold northern winters chill me to the bone. Oh, South Carolina, your prodigal son sure needs to come home. I was born in the Midlands, Kershaw County, out on the sand hills near the winding water reed. I was raised up on hard work and reading the Bible. That simple life sure brings back sweet memories. Oh, South Carolina, these cold northern winters chill me to the bone. Oh, South Carolina, your prodigal son sure needs to come home. Sun's coming up now across Carolina. The warm wind is rustling its way to the sea. Across the low country in search of the ocean. And I tell you right now, boys, that's where I long to be. Oh, South Carolina, these cold northern winters chill me to the bone. Oh, South Carolina, your prodigal son sure needs to come home. Oh, South Carolina, if you're heading south, sir, can I tag along? Oh, South Carolina, your prodigal son sure needs to come home. South Carolina. Yeah. Tinks, tinks. That's a good one. Kathy Brown from Colorado. They're going to Ireland with us in October. How much fun will that be? And by the way, a couple of us are going to stay a few extra days. Some are flying out of Dublin on October 12th, and Michael and I are going to take the train to Galway. We're going to stay a few extra days. Don't tell my wife. Don't tell my wife. She doesn't know yet. I'll stay a few extra days. Michael has never been to Galway, and he's getting up in years, and he's afraid he won't ever see it if he doesn't go now. So we're going. We're going to Galway after the trip in October. Cheers, friends. Let's see. I shall now do this song for Greg. It's called Raglan Road. This is a song out of Dublin City, written by Irish poet Patrick Kavanagh. He wrote the lyric, and it was set to a familiar Irish melody, is my understanding. But it's been recorded by a lot of people. I learned it from Danny Doyle, who was a Dublin man, who actually knew and met Patrick Kavanagh on the streets in Dublin when he was a child. Famous, legendary Irish singer Danny Doyle had big hits all over Ireland back in the day, and he was a fan favorite in Savannah, Georgia, and we got a chance to meet him and visit with him and stay with him some. But when he was a boy, Patrick Kavanagh had, by the way, who had a drinking problem, was banned from all the bars near his home, and so he would sit on a park bench and call Danny to come. He would hand him a few coins, and Danny would bring him a pint of Guinness from the bar. Danny was 12 or 14 or something, 12 maybe. And anyway, Danny tells that story. But this is a song called Raglan Road. Famous Irish Dublin poet Patrick Kavanagh wrote the lyric. My buddy Greg, he's going with us to Scotland in May next year. Raglan Road, on an autumn day, I saw her first and knew her dark hair would be a snare that I might someday rue. I saw the danger, yet I walked on along the enchanted way, and I said, let grief be a falling leaf at the dawning of the day. On Grafton Street in November, we tripped lightly along the ledge of a deep ravine where can be seen the worst of passions pledged, and that Queen of Hearts still baking tarts, and I not making hay. I was loved too much by such and such as happiness thrown away. quiet street where old ghosts meet. I can see her walking now, away from me so hurriedly that my reason must allow that I have a wound, not as I should, a creature made of clay. I was loved when clay, the angel woos the clay, he will lose his wings at the dawn of day. I have a wound, not as I should, a creature made of clay. When the angel woos the clay, he will lose his wings at the dawn of day. It's called Raglan Road. We were over in Ireland on one of our trips over, and we had a chance to play at Matt Malloy's pub in Westport, and we had people with us who played bluegrass music, who wrote songs, and we had people with us who did R&B and the old rock and roll, and we had people on the tour who did Carolina beach music. I love beach music. Stand by me, stand by me. Anyway, so they gave us an hour and a half, or almost 2 hours, in the back room at Matt Malloy's in Westport to do whatever we wanted to do, because we had 35 people with us. Why wouldn't they do that? So we played anything and everything, all kinds of different music there that night. And but I was trying to do some of the Irish tunes, especially for the west of Ireland. And then the bartender came up to the stage in the back of the room, and he said, Matt Malloy himself is here, and he'd like to say hi to your group. And didn't he do that? And when Matt Malloy himself walked in, I was playing Raglan Road instead of playing I Love Beach Music, or instead of playing Brown Eyed Girl or some song that didn't belong in that part of the world. I happened to be playing Raglan Road, which is a song that the Chieftains, Matt Malloy and the Chieftains, recorded with Van Morrison on their Irish Heartbeat album. And so I was delighted that I was playing something Irish when Matt Malloy himself came in and greeted our group. How cool was that? That was a trip. Were you with the trip on that one, Cherry?
I was there.
Cherry was with us on that trip, and she was recording that, weren't you?
Yes.
From the front, yeah.
I don't know what we did. Oh, it was live. So.
It was live, yeah.
Yeah.
So it might be gone now, but the Futch brothers were with us on that trip.
Yeah.
We did 2 or 3 shows.
So
in that.
was the other musician. Forgot his name.
Oh yeah, Charles Stafford was with us, and the whole crew.
There.
Whole crew. Dan was with us. Dan Kraft.
And Dan was there. Josh was there.
Josh was on that trip with us, and I don't know, maybe Mike Huber was with us on that trip.
No, because who was he?
No, because you and I were roommates.
Yeah. I'd be upset if you.
Typically, my wife and I are roommates. Who knew? The tours run together. The tours run together when you go a lot. Anyway, how fun was that? Let's see. Let's pick up the pace just a little bit. What do you say? My buddy Dave Davis, Mark Davis, he is on Facebook, from Wilmington, Delaware. And they hosted us for the house concert and etc., including the Christian Music Festival in Wilmington, Delaware, two weeks ago. We thank them again for that, and they tune in a good bit. But Dave is in the process of moving, he and his wife, to a different place to live and the whole thing. But this is the song he always requests. I shall do it for him now if he's tuned in. Wrote this song for my good wife. She's always worked 9 to 5 and taken good care of business and made sure we had health insurance and benefits and this and that and the other. And by the way, that's coming in mighty handy right now. Song called Love is a Slow Dance. Come morning, darling. How was your day? Come on out to the back porch. Set yourself down. I found that red wine you hid in the pantry. I found that Irish whiskey you hid in the pantry. Let's just sit right out here till that old moon comes around. I should have said vodka. Do you remember at Bob and Kat's wedding up there in Ohio? We stepped out on the floor. Oh, we were so young, and our first dance together. It's a shame we don't find time like that anymore. Love was a slow dance at 3/4 time. We would laugh just like children, leave our worries behind. When a kiss and some sweet words were so easy to find. Love was a slow dance in 3/4 time. Before we got so busy with babies and working, we used to take a long vacation, just me and you, up the Tweetsie Railroad and down to Myrtle Beach with a mattress and a pup tent and a cane pole or two. When love was a slow dance in 3/4 time, we would laugh just like children, leave our worries behind. When a kiss and some sweet words were so easy to find. Love was a slow dance in 3/4 time. Now I fly off the wagon, and you fly off the handle, and you fly off to Tulsa to make your mama smile. And I fly off to Dublin, and I fly off to Nashville. We ought to fly off together every once in a while. Honey, love is a slow dance in 3/4 time. Let's laugh again like children, leave these worries behind. You know, a kiss and some sweet words ain't that hard to find. Love is a slow dance in 3/4 time. You know, a kiss and some sweet words still easy to find. Love is a slow dance in 3/4 time. Love is a slow dance. That's for Dave and Marge. Dave and Marge, Wilmington, Delaware. How we doing over there, Mom?
You're doing good.
Just a couple of more songs, guys.
Anita and Chuck are listening.
Good, good, good. Anita's tuned in. We were in Ireland together in May. Cheers, cheers.
And so is Jeannie, Arkansas. She's watching from the Smoky Mountains.
Jeannie, Arkansas, listening. Cherokee, North Carolina.
Hadn't seen her in a while.
Good, good, good. Jeannie, thanks you so much for tuning in. I keep threatening to come back up there. You know, my wife and I used to eat at some place up there. What was that, perch or something you ate?
It was had good fish. I forgot
What was it?
It was on the main drag.
It was on the main drag up there. I could tell you that story. I probably did, Jeannie. But we came up there during the pandemic and everything was shut down. And they said, no, you can get takeout from the restaurant, but you can't come in. And I said, okay, well, I'm an old guy, and we just left the hotel an hour and a half ago. I need to go, you know. I need to go, you know. I need to go, you know, to the girls' room. Anyway, they said, you can't come in. You can't come in. So I had to go for a long walk and find a tree on top of the mountain up there. Good news is guys can do that. That's right. That's right. Jeannie, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know if you have a request. Let's do something a little bit different. What do you say, guys? Jeannie knew my buddy Mike Davis. He wrote this song. She didn't know him very well, but she met him up in North Carolina. He wrote this song. I never meant to fall in love, never meant to feel this way, never knew I'd cry these tears or be lost for words to say, never knew I'd be so sad, always wondering what to do. I never meant to fall in love till the moment I met you. We first met, life was so simple. You had your world, I had mine. Two lonely hearts, two friendly people, sharing a laugh, passing time. But our first kiss wrote its own story. We couldn't keep ourselves apart. Your warm embrace gave me the answer to the question in my heart. I never meant to fall in love, never meant to feel this way, never knew I'd cry these tears or be lost for words to say, never knew I'd be so sad, always wondering what to do. I never meant to fall in love till the moment I met you. I never meant to fall in love, I never meant to feel this way, never knew I'd cry these tears or be lost for words to say, never knew I'd be so sad, always wondering what to do. I never meant to fall in love till the moment I met you. I never meant to fall in love till the moment I met you. My buddy Mike Davis wrote that song, and as you know, he loves to go to Cherokee in North Carolina. That song also I've had a lot of requests for that on my songwriter night in Columbia. I sing it every now and then, and I had a lot of requests for it and a reaction to it. And our buddy Susan Russell in California has requested that song numerous times, and we communicated online about it. It's just one of those songs that has this longing, yearning, da-da-da, and a beautiful melody and an engaging lyric. And Mike is just a great songwriter. Mike Davis is his name. Michael J. Davis. I think he is on Facebook. Michael J. Davis, if you want to look him up. He's a great old character and a great old friend of mine. We've been writing songs together and doing things all these years. Can we do one more song that Mike and I wrote together? And then we're going to see if we can get ourselves out of here.
Sure.
One more Mike Davis, Carroll Brown song. This one I wrote for my wife and he wrote for his wife, but I didn't write it for his wife and he didn't write it for mine. There is a love, special kind, so many are searching for, so few will ever find. tried and true. It's a lifelong love made just for me and you. Homegrown love, the natural kind. It's sweet and pure like the fruit still on the vine. Homegrown love, it's a tie that binds. Homegrown love, like yours and mine. You can't find it on a bar stool, in a smoke-filled room, or in a one-night stand or a midnight rendezvous. Takes a lot of sunshine, takes a lot of rain. Once you've tasted homegrown love, the heart will never be the same. Homegrown love, the natural kind. It's sweet and it's pure, like the fruit still on the vine. Homegrown love, it's a tie that binds. Homegrown love, like yours and you and I, we like simple things, like a silver summer moon and a golden wedding ring, like the sound of laughter and a baby smile, knowing we got the kind of love that makes this life worthwhile. Homegrown love, the natural kind. It's sweet and it's pure, like the fruit still on the vine. Homegrown love, it's a tie that binds. Homegrown love, like yours and mine. Homegrown love. Wrote that song for that pretty woman right over there, right on the other side of the room over there. That's who I wrote it for.
Butch says it's Eddie's anniversary and maybe play Enniskillen Dragoons.
Yeah, no, I don't do that one.
You know, he said, or an old KB's tune.
Sure. Our buddy Butch owns the pub Thomas O'Reilly's in Silver Springs, Atlanta, Georgia. And of course, he went to school with and was great friends with our buddy Eddie Ivy, who was Vic Powers' stepson, Vic and Sherry's son. They owned Kevin Barry's pub in Savannah. And of course, we played there forever back in the old days. And I will be back in Savannah playing the new Wexford pub, in 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I can't remember the dates. In the middle of the month, 17, something like that, I think, filling in for Gabe Donahue. But of course, this is the anniversary of the weekend that we lost Eddie. It was a tragic accident and an absolutely horrible situation for so many of us and especially his immediate family. But everyone in the Kevin Barry's family, everyone was flabbergasted with the loss of 30-year-old, 32-year-old Eddie Ivy. I'll do a special song just for himself. What do you say? I'll do that. And we'll do that now. And one or two more songs before we get out of here. Eddie owned, at that time, the Pirates House down in Savannah, Georgia. And he also owned the River House on the river in Savannah, Georgia. Young entrepreneur, great guy, and would have inherited the shrimp factory, would have inherited Kevin Barry's. Anyway, but it was 4th of July weekend, and the flag was tangled on top of the upstairs balcony at Kevin Barry's, and he went out to untangle the flag, and he fell to his death. And it was unbelievable situation, series of events. But I will. That's the sad part. But I will say I'll do something that I think we should do for Eddie. of all the money e'er I've had, I spent it in good company, and to all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me. And all I've done for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. God bless and joy be with you all. And to all the comrades there I've had, they wish me one more day to stay. And of all the sweethearts e'er I've had, they're sad that I'm going away. But since it falls unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I gently rise and softly call, God bless and joy be with you all. And since it falls unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I gently rise and softly call, God bless and joy be with you all. Sláinte. God rest easy, our friend Eddie. Cheers. Now it would only be right. I have a few more requests and I will do them. But if I was at Kevin Barry's pub right now and I had just done the parting glass, then I would have to do this one next. On this weekend. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. My mind goes back to the stage in the music room at Kevin Barry's pub. Frank Emerson, that old sorry so-and-so, and Harry O'Donoghue back there having just a wee bit of a dram. And Vic Power in the audience, he can't wait to get up and say a few words. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the ocean white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Oh my goodness, the nights that we had, the times that we enjoyed with friends. As someone said, the nights we can't remember with the friends we can't forget. Oh, Lord have mercy. The nights that we spent there at Kevin Barry's pub. We'll do two more songs before we get out of here, guys. I will do one song for my buddy Steve Madden. Steve, I'm coming to see you. I'm coming to see you. Dan and I have been talking about doing a get-together up there. So I'm coming to see you. And also I had a request by Steve Madden for this one, and I'll do it now. But we had a request from Colorado for Pray For Me, and I will do that one. Cherry, you might look that one up for me.
Which one? Pray for me?
Yeah, it's in the same book you looked before. I have every reason to believe I remember it, but thanks, guys. Thank you, Steve Madden. Love you guys. I've been down this road before. Remember every tree, every single blade of grass holds a special place for me. I remember every town, every hotel room, every song I ever sang on this old guitar out of tune. I remember everything, things I can't forget. The way you turned and smiled on me on the night that we first met. I remember every night, ocean eyes of blue, how I miss you in the morning light, like roses miss the dew. This is the last song that we learned, that we heard from John Prine. I've been down this road before, alone as I could be, careful not to let my past go sneaking up on me. Got no future in my happiness, the regrets are very few. Sometimes a little tenderness is the best that I could do. I remember everything, things I can't forget. Swimming pools of butterflies that slip right through the net. I remember every night, ocean eyes of blue. I miss you in the morning light, like roses miss the dew. I've been down this road before. I remember every tree, every single blade of grass holds a special place for me. I remember every town, every hotel room, every song I ever sang on a guitar out of tune. I remember everything, things I can't forget. The way you turned and smiled on me on the night that we first met. I remember every night, ocean eyes of blue. I miss you in the morning light, like roses miss the dew. John Prine. I could go half a night doing the John Prine songs that I love so much, but I will not, because my good wife and I got to eat some peach ice cream. There's some peach ice cream in my future by Ned. I got to have it. And my friend Kathy and Rich out in Colorado wanted to hear this song. And as you know, we always end the night with a gospel song here on our program. There's a reason for that, by the way. In the old days in the American South and across Appalachia, if you had a barn dance or a this or a that, you would always wrap up the night with a gospel song, because the gospel songs and songwriting was a big part of our culture. And even the Hee Haw program that everybody watched on television all over the world out of Nashville, at the end of the program, the last song, you remove your headwear, and sing the gospel song. That's what we do. We remove your headwear and sing a gospel song. This song was written by my friend Rob Crosby, who was from South Carolina, and big Nashville songwriter Alan Shamlin. The name of the song is "Pray for Me." had a Bible in his left hand and a bottle in his right. I thought, now there's a sinner, as he asked me for a light. It hit me for $1. I just turned and walked away. I was feeling high and mighty when I heard him say, pray for me, pray for me, pray for me, and I will pray for you. I thought, who is he to pray for me? And I hit my power lock. The weight of my hypocrisy fell on me like a rock. I caught him at the corner. I gave him my last 10. I said, please forgive me, brother. And until we meet again, pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for me. And I will pray for you. You know, each of us is broken somewhere down inside, and we're really not that different if you strip away the pride. We all have our struggles and chains that we can't break, and you never know the difference one simple prayer might make. I stood there on the corner and I watched him shuffling off. And the sun behind St. Mary's made the shadow of a cross on a street of busy people going somewhere on the run. And I felt like calling out to each and every one, pray for me, pray for me, pray for me, and I will pray for you. Pray for me, pray for me, pray for me, and I will pray for you. Y'all pray for me. Pray for me, and I will pray for you. Thank you, friends, for being with us on a Monday night. We'll do it again next week if we can. God help us all. God bless our great country. Please say thank you to someone on this 4th of July week, someone who put forth the extra effort. All gave some gave all. Thank you, friends. God bless. Have a good night.